Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again with another episode of Ultimate Team. Now we're pushing on into the semi-finals of the Gold Cup, this time with this French Ligue 1 side. And we did do very, very well in the previous episode. We come up against a really poor side. I'm not entirely sure whether it was this guy's semi-final, because there is no way a team that poor will have been able to get into the semi-final of a cup. So I think it's kind of cross-matching us through the rounds. But this guy, he was decent enough at the game. I just think the fact that his chemistry was so bad and his players were so poor in the positions that they were in. He was playing like a Sami Khedira at centre back and had Louis Zhao, I think he's got pace like 48, playing him at right back. I really didn't understand his methods behind it. But as you can see, we did have to wait until the 43rd minute to take a 1-0 lead, but we were on top, 10 shots, 5 of which were on target in the first half, so we were definitely on top of the game and in control. But here, just 5 minutes after half time, he was able to bring it back to 1-1, and I just thought to myself, oh no, this isn't going to happen. I'm not going to struggle to beat this guy, am I? And to be fair, it took until that 80th minute for me to be able to get the breakthrough again. But Menez with an absolute beauty of a shot right into that top corner, almost mimicking the one that put us 1-0 up early on in the first half, and then the floodgates opened. I don't know whether his players just kind of gave up, morale dipped a little bit, but Menez here breaking through and then squares it to Lucas, who puts it into the back of the net to make it 3 in the 85th minute, and we did get quite a tidy goal here to make it 4-1 and finish the game off. Menez again involved down the right hand side, a cheeky little Berber spin inside the defender, and then a lovely finish across to keep it into that bottom left hand corner. So that gave us a 4-1 win in the semi-final, so we pushed on into the final in good form. And if you remember, we've won the cup with the Portuguese slash really lots of different leagues, lots of different nationalities, 7 inform hybrid. We've won the cup with the Belgian side, and we got to the final and lost with the original Premier League side that we had, the first team that we tried to do it with. So we came in here in some good form cup-wise. You know, we'd won 2 of the previous 3, and we got off to a great start with Badimo here in the 4th minute. But this guy did have a very, very good side. It was kind of a La Liga slash Premier League hybrid, and he got back in. Luis Suarez uncharacteristically winning a header, but nonetheless he did go 1-1, bring it back to 1-1, and then we went straight up the other end. Lucas into Mvia, back to Lucas, cross to Remy, manages to find a bit of space, and bit fortunate with the first deflection. It pops back up and he's able to do that Di Canio scissor kick with his left foot. I left in the replay so you can quite see it. Jumps up, bang, into the bottom left hand corner, and that does put us 2-1 up in the 25th minute. And just a few minutes later, about 10 minutes later before half time, we were able to break through again and make it 3-1. Joey Barton here picking the ball up, plays it into Lucas, who finds a bit of space with his lovely dribbling, takes it round 2 defenders, puts it into the top right hand corner. We go 3-1 up just before half time, and I was kind of well buoyed by that, thinking, alright, yeah, we can push on here, just hold the lead till half time and we might be able to get a decent win out of this. But he did bring it back to 3-2 just before half time with Carlos Tevez there. Lovely finish underneath the goalkeeper. And that brought it back to 3-2 at half time, like I say. And so I was a little bit nervous. The players there seemed to be a little bit agitated, arguing amongst themselves, probably about why the fact that he had 3 men against our 1 at the back. But as you can see, we had plenty of the ball, plenty of chances, and he'd had 2 shots and scored them both. So clearly he was a clinical finisher. So I was going to have to try and limit the amount of chances that he had. And to start off with in the second half, I wasn't able to do that. Nani here was able to race away, hold off the pace of Nkulu and the strength of Nkulu, and put the ball into the back of the net. So after an hour of the game, we were back at 1-1, or 3-3 even, don't know about 1-1. But as you can see, again, it was his only shot of the game so far. So he's had 3 shots, scored 3 goals. We've had 13, 9 of which were on target, and also scored 3. So his keeper was having a bit of an absolute worldie, to be completely honest. And Remy here, seriously, he's so overpowered for like 1,500 coins, and the feet and the power and the strength, just the dribbling's insane. And then to step it out and find a little bit of space and rifle it from 25 yards across Petr Cech into that bottom corner is just absolutely unbelievable. I think it was Petr Cech he had in goal, but absolutely unbelievable. And then Luis Suarez here breaks free, does me with the turn. I was waiting for a shot across goal, and Nkulu just kind of bundles him to the floor, and he does pick up a penalty. So in the 70th minute, he did have a great chance to bring it back to 4-4 with Cesc Fabregas from the spot, and the big Spaniard did step up and put it into the back of the net. So that was kind of really, really frustrating. We did go 3-1 up like we saw, and then every time I tried to make an advancement, he brought it back. And into the 78th, 79th minute here, Lucas breaking three and a powerful shot into that top right hand corner to make it 5-4. And we held this quite well. Like, obviously he'd had a couple of insta replies, so I was like, right, hopefully we can hold this. We moved into 90th minute stoppage time, and I was so concerned here with him pulling it back to square it for an easy tramp goal that I just completely disregarded the fact that Cesc can have a shot himself, you know. And he did so, put it underneath Sirigu into the back of the net, and brought it back to 5-5. And then, of course, because he'd had a 94th minute equaliser in 90 minutes regular time, he of course went into, that was a clearance. That was a clearance header from the defender there. Absolutely livid with what he was doing there. No idea why. That was a poor attempt from him. And of course, Cesc Fabregas puts the ball into the back of the net. And we do lose the final 6-5 after being 3-1, 4-3, 5-4 up. So I was extremely disappointed to lose that. But that is unfortunately how things go sometimes. At the time, I was livid and raging down the mic to the guys I was in the party with. And everyone seems to do that a lot at the minute. With all of us in like the group of people that I play with on the regular, we've all had a lot of really bad luck. And I don't know whether anyone else has been experiencing that. Do let me know in the comment section down below. But in Division 1, just for an example, in Division 1, I've spent 5 seasons in Division 1. Won it the first year, won it the second year, finished a point short the third, won it the fourth. So, you know, we've had decent games all the way through. And then in the 5th year, I drew the first game, thought, you know, that's not a problem, and then lost 6 in a row out of absolutely nowhere and got relegated to Division 2. Where did that come from? But as you can see from the stats, he had 10 shots, 10 on target, 6 goals. We had twice as many shots, a few more on target and only 5. But like I say, that is how things go sometimes. Looking back on it, he did have some clear-cut chances. We did have a few shots from some not so clear-cut angles, shall we say. And we do end up losing, but I will come back next time with a squad, maybe a squad that you guys have left in the comments. I haven't as yet recorded another squad builder, so do leave some comments down below, maybe a foothead link or a player you might like me to build a squad around, and I maybe will try and incorporate that in a future episode. So please do be sure to leave the video a like, guys. Leave me a comment with some feedback, of course, and thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.